Money is one of the most important forces in human life. It influences where we live, the opportunities we have, the choices we make, and even the stress we carry every day. Yet despite spending most of our lives working for money, very few people are ever taught how money truly works. Most people learn mathematics in school, but they never learn financial behavior. They learn how to solve equations, but they never learn how to manage risk. They learn how to earn money, but they rarely learn how to keep it. This is what makes The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel such a powerful book. The book argues that financial success is not primarily about intelligence, education, or technical knowledge. It's about behavior. It's about how you think, how you react, and how you make decisions over long periods of time. And the truth is that many of the most important money lessons are only learned after people have already paid a heavy price. Today, we're exploring 10 money lessons from The Psychology of Money that most people learn too late. Lesson 1. Being good with money has little to do with how smart you are. Many people assume that wealth is a result of intelligence. They believe the richest people must be the smartest people, but reality tells a different story. Throughout history, highly educated individuals have gone bankrupt, while ordinary people with average intelligence have quietly built fortunes. Why? Because money is less about knowledge and more about behavior. You don't need a genius IQ to save consistently. You don't need a PhD to avoid unnecessary debt. You don't need extraordinary intelligence to invest patiently for decades. Financial success often comes down to simple habits practiced consistently over time. The problem is that people underestimate the emotional side of money. Fear, greed, impatience, envy, and ego often have a greater impact on financial outcomes than intelligence. A person who can control their emotions usually has an advantage over a person who cannot, regardless of how smart they are. And that leads us to the second lesson. Lesson 2. Nobody is completely crazy with money. One of the most fascinating ideas in the book is that people make financial decisions based on their personal experiences. What seems irrational to one person may make perfect sense to another. Someone who grew up during economic hardship may prioritize security over growth. Someone who experienced sudden wealth may take risks others would never consider. Someone who watched their family lose everything might avoid investing altogether. We often judge other people's financial decisions without understanding the experiences that shape them. But every financial choice is influenced by personal history. This lesson teaches humility. It reminds us that understanding money also requires understanding people. Because money is never just numbers. It's emotion, it's memory, it's experience. Lesson 3. Wealth is what you don't see. One of the biggest misconceptions about money is confusing wealth with income. Many people assume wealthy individuals drive luxury cars, wear expensive watches, and live in enormous houses. But appearances can be deceiving. True wealth is often invisible. Wealth is the money you save, the investments you don't spend, the assets quietly growing in the background. A person earning $1 million a year may be financially fragile if they spend everything. Meanwhile, someone earning far less may be financially secure because they consistently save and invest. This lesson changes the way you view success. The visible signs of wealth are often purchased by sacrificing actual wealth. The things people admire are frequently the very things preventing financial freedom. Real wealth is not what people see, it's what they don't see. Saving is more powerful than most people realize. Many people focus entirely on increasing income. And while earning more is important, saving is often the foundation of financial independence. The ability to save creates options. It creates flexibility. It creates freedom. When you have savings, you can survive emergencies. You can take opportunities. You can make decisions based on what you want rather than what you're forced to do. Saving is not just about accumulating money. It's about buying control over your future. And in many cases, control is more valuable than luxury. The people who become financially secure are often not the highest earners. They're the people who consistently spend less than they earn. Lesson 5. Compounding is the closest thing to magic. Most people underestimate the power of time. They expect dramatic results immediately. They want quick success, fast growth, instant wealth. But wealth creation rarely works that way. The most powerful force in finance is compounding. Small gains repeated over long periods create extraordinary results. This principle applies not only to money, but also to habits, relationships, and skills. The challenge is that compounding is invisible in the beginning. For years, progress appears slow. Then suddenly, the results seem remarkable. Most people quit before they experience the benefits. The patient few are rewarded disproportionately. And that's why understanding compounding can completely transform your financial future. Lesson 6. Getting rich and staying rich are different skills. Many people know how to make money. Far fewer know how to keep it. History is filled with individuals who earned fortunes and then lost everything. Athletes, celebrities, entrepreneurs, investors. The skills required to build wealth are not always the same skills required to preserve it. Building wealth often requires optimism, taking risks, pursuing opportunities. Maintaining wealth often requires caution, patience, humility, risk management. Success can create overconfidence, and overconfidence can destroy everything. The people who remain wealthy understand that survival matters more than showing off, because staying in the game is what allows wealth to continue growing. Lesson 7. Freedom is the highest form of wealth. Most people think money buys things, but the greatest thing money can buy is freedom. Freedom to choose how you spend your time. Freedom to decide where you work. Freedom to say no to things that don't align with your values. Freedom to live life on your own terms. Many people chase money for status, for recognition, for possessions, but those who truly understand wealth recognize that freedom is the ultimate goal. Money becomes meaningful when it increases your control over your own life. Without freedom, even large amounts of money can feel empty. Lesson 8. Envy is one of the most expensive emotions. Comparison has become easier than ever. Every day, people are exposed to the lifestyles, achievements, and possessions of others. Social media constantly encourages comparison, and comparison often leads to financial mistakes. People buy things they don't need, take on debt they can't afford, pursue lifestyles that don't align with their goals, all because they are trying to keep up with someone else. The problem is that there will always be someone richer, someone more successful, someone with more possessions. If your financial decisions are driven by envy, you'll never feel satisfied. The only comparison that truly matters is the comparison between who you are today and who you were yesterday. Lesson 9. Reasonable beats perfect. Many people spend years searching for the perfect investment, the perfect strategy, the perfect plan. The perfection is often the enemy of progress. Successful investors understand that being consistently reasonable is more effective than trying to be perfectly right. The goal isn't to avoid every mistake. The goal is to avoid catastrophic mistakes. Nobody predicts the future perfectly. Nobody gets every decision right. The people who succeed financially are those who continue making good decisions even when conditions are uncertain. They focus on progress, not perfection. And over time, that consistency produces extraordinary results. Lesson 10. The most important financial skill is long-term thinking. Perhaps the biggest lesson in the psychology of money is that time matters more than almost anything else. Modern culture encourages instant gratification. Everything is faster. Everything is immediate. But wealth rewards patience. The ability to think long-term separates successful investors from unsuccessful ones. It separates financial independence from financial stress. It separates those who build wealth from those who constantly chase it. Long-term thinking requires discipline. It requires resisting the urge to react emotionally. It requires trusting the process when results are not immediately visible. And while it sounds simple, very few people are willing to do it. That's why long-term thinking remains one of the greatest competitive advantages in the world. When you step back and look at these lessons together, a pattern begins to emerge. Money is not primarily about spreadsheets. It's not about formulas. It's not about predicting the stock market. It's about behavior. It's about patience. It's about discipline. It's about understanding yourself. The people who master money are often not the smartest people in the room. They are the people who understand human nature. They understand fear. They understand greed. They understand patience. And most importantly, they understand that financial success is not built in days or months. It's built over years and decades. The greatest lesson from the psychology of money is that wealth is less about what you know and more about how you behave. Because in the end, money is not a test of intelligence, it's a test of character. And those who learn that lesson early gain an advantage that can last a lifetime. If you enjoyed this documentary and want more powerful lessons from the world's greatest books on money, success, business, psychology, and personal growth, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. The next lesson you learn could be the one that completely changes the way you think about wealth, success, and your future.